Yeah, when it gets home.
Next item on the agenda, Chief Police Vincent DiMaio is going to talk to us about the memorandum of understanding related to uniform. Good morning, David.
My pleasure to find you guys before.
Sit in the middle seat.
You got it, hold on. I'll keep moving up and down, wherever you want me to go. I'm always the center of attention, so I'm trying to
I saw the cop standing on the street talking to people yesterday.
don't get out there anymore.
When you walked out of Scottish Days.
What we have is a memorandum of understanding. I was asked to come from the Board of Selectmen just to explain what this is, if anybody has any questions. It's a simple hold harmless agreement. When I first came on, our officers were concerned about their uniform. They're not, they're expensive, they're not very functional, and difficult to work in. They look nice, but a little bit difficult to work in. So one of the things we wanted to do was give them a comfortable, functional uniform. It's less expensive to the town. However, when I read through the union contract, it says if we change style, color, or anything to the uniform itself, the town must pay for those changes out on top of their normal clothing allowance. So what I did was just created a memorandum of understanding saying that that would not be the case. We would not file a grievance, would not cost the town any further funds.
This is the key to this.
Correct. And I did run this past Gage Duran.
Who has approved it?
Yes, prior to presenting it to the union, I didn't realize that we needed to come from the BOS. I just thought this was just operational stuff.
It's an amendment to the contract, basically, so it's.
And my apologies for that. I did want to make sure that I ran it through the union attorney, and he felt that it had been done in the past, so my apologies for that.
I want to point out too that it's kind of a lighter weight uniform. It's really at least a 3-season type of uniform.
It's for
not
functional.
It's not
Is this
scrappy.
This would be the Class B uniform. There's also a Class C, which takes off all the metal accoutrements and.
But see, no, it's not scratchy or itchy or, you know.
It also has an external vest carrier, which looks exactly like a shirt. You can't tell until you're really up on top of it, which, number one, encourages my guys to wear vests because they can wear a much lighter shirt underneath it, which allows you to breathe. And on top of it, you can also wear a suspension system, so you can wear suspenders, and hopefully that's going to alleviate some back injuries and some karma claims, which is becoming my number one objective, to get everyone back to work. As a morale issue, the guys are over the moon. I mean, I saw a bunch of 50-year-old guys shaking boxes like it was Christmas morning. Gee, look, grenades are on the wall. So, as a morale issue, the guys are just extremely ecstatic about it. We have a side jet uniform which allow them to wear for road jobs, so it doesn't ruin their uniform. It's ANSI compliant, OSHA compliant, high visibility, green uniform, well marked, well delineated. So I think it's professional looking, and it's functional, it's available. The problem we had with the other uniforms was there was only one vendor, vendor uniform tailor, who charged you about $100 a shirt. And the man, yeah, and then tell them when they could come and get it.
Right.
So there's a problem there with that, being only one vendor. These are available through several local vendors, or they can get them through mail order through BOS for about 70% of what the cost of the other uniform was.
I still like the other hat.
I know, what's the,
Not like those
What's
other
that?
hats.
That's an 8-point hat. I should have worn it.
That's the ones that she's been wearing.
Well, I look on my wall as I walk down the hallway, and I see 3 guys with 8-pointers, and I see 3 guys with round
Yeah,
hats.
it's fun, yeah.
Again, it just
Like anything else, change
What about our pants, the same thing that you have?
Yeah, basically, there's a couple different
Can I get up
variations.
here for?
Sure, here I am.
I'm kidding.
Sorry, should I do it for the camera? These have,
You realize you're on video.
I know, that's right.
We'll have some fun. You're gonna have some fun with this up the street.
You don't realize they have cargo pockets, they have.
You can see roll call tomorrow.
The class uniform, which is embroidered, has a regular cargo pocket on the side. And you guys have to carry a lot of equipment, carry medical supplies and so forth, and this allows them to have it on the line. So it's also a safety issue.
That's great. So we need a motion?
Well, wait a minute, what about the supernumerary?
The supernumeraries are, they're at-will part-time employees, and I'm gonna tell them if, they want to continue, they just have to purchase a uniform. It only be like about $150. All they need is a shirt, a hat, and a pair of pants, and
They will
And that's
purchase
it.
that out of their own,
out of their own funds. They're not, they're not covered by the union contract. And as of this point in time, I really only have one supernumerary that's working maybe 1 or 2 shifts.
Keep them away from the baseball games.
Well, and I think,
Because
I, it brings us to the point, we have 3, but one Calandria is, I don't think he's finished his required training, so
Okay.
if he doesn't shoot tomorrow, he's not gonna be there, and I don't think, he's just been avoiding us, so I don't think he's gonna come back, so that leaves, Santry and, Pacello. And Pacello, I'm not sure how much he actually wants to work, so I really have to do a cost-benefit analysis to figure out exactly what we're getting from the program, because if I'm only gonna have an officer work once or twice a month, and we have to keep up all the certifications as a sworn officer, and then from a risk management standpoint, that's very little supervision.
Talk about.
And so I'm thinking maybe that we take a look at it, and the possibility might be just to move to a traffic agent type of thing, where that's very helpful to me. We're not ordering guys to work jobs that people want them to work. I don't have to have a fully sworn
that
officer
has
do
always
that.
been something that we've been behind,
Well,
yeah.
and I think that's really a problem. It's not gonna take me much to do a cost benefit analysis to figure out that we're spending a lot of money, and really not getting a lot of benefit, especially when I found that, some guys are just coming in when they wanted it. So coming in and working a Sunday morning day shift, which is probably the least call volume that I have, that doesn't work. I told my super, you need to come in when we tell you, we'll schedule you out, and you supplement us when we're heavy, not just when you want to come in.
There was some money in the contract, when we got it in the contract for increased use of sweepers because of that. You can use them to fill the chute. When somebody drops a shoe, you can bring them in and fill up some of the hole. But like for crossing people at the chamber concerts, you don't need it.
Correct, and that's where they're really, we have heavy volumes, we have special events where I need extra traffic direction, extra public safety. That's fine, I don't really need a sworn officer, and I have to, and we call them supernumeraries, but the state of Connecticut really calls them certified officers, because I need to maintain all the same certifications as a regular sworn full-time officer, so. It becomes,
He's a principal down in Milford or something.
and I don't think he's coming back, I really don't think he's coming back, so.
Any other discussion? Okay.
As long as it's not costing us money.
It's not costing you anything outside the uniform.
What about the list of equipment in the contract? Does that, this change that at all?
I am updating all
There's a whole
this.
2-page list of things that they get.
I have
Administratively, he has.
I have 5 years of, policy work ahead of me for sure.
Good for you.
Coming out of an accredited agency and then looking at what it costs, we definitely need to tighten some things up. There's a lot of work to be done, but I'm up to the task, and I'm just happy to be here, so.
When does it start, Chief?
Today's the day. June 1st. You'll see a lot of smiling guys walking around, because they're over the moon, every one of them. It's really good, like I said, morale-wise, it's huge for
They're all in
everybody.
order, and everybody's got them, so it'll be a clean change.
Everybody from today forward is.
Yeah, because they usually, that uniform allowance gets spent up at the end of the year.
Correct.
That's when they,
So
that's when they
get
turn
it.
all
So
receipts.
we're able to
Well,
be able
Okay, they got money for the summer.
Or
We
distribute.
did, we distributed with the vendor was very good with us, and they said, look, we'll fill out, we'll let these guys use what they have for this fiscal year, and then they're gonna build out the new stuff for the next fiscal year, so, all be in line for finance, so Janet doesn't have a problem, I'm gonna make sure I keep Janet happy.
You better.
Oh, I know, I know how it works, listen, fiscal year is fiscal year, we stay in a fiscal year, we don't mess around beside that, so they take care of the billing for us for that, so like I said, the town will not see any additional costs for it.
Thank you. Any further discussion? In favor?
Alright,
Opposed?
we didn't know. I'll make a motion. I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
All right, that's better.
Now we can,
Second.
I second
She
it.
seconded.
Yeah.
No
She.
further.
Frank,
Lynn, any further?
call it whatever you want.
In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming today.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for seeing. And I didn't ask for 600,000.
Yeah.
It's easy to be good. I'm like, these guys are nice. They warmed you up.
Don't worry, you'll be in your house